good afternoon all.
Sir, கேக்குது. நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதா?
Yes sir, கேக்குது. நான் பேசுறது கேக்குது.
Okay sir, okay. Clear இருக்கு. Okay.
Clear இருக்கு. வெங்கடேசன் சார், அந்த ரிசோர்ஸ் பர்சன் சார் கிட்ட வேணா ஒரு முறை பேசுறது கரெக்டா இருக்கான்னு செக் பண்ணிக்க சொல்லுங்க சார்.
ஓகே மேம், நான் அவர இப்ப லைன்ல இருக்காரு சார், லைன்ல தான் இருக்காரு மேம், ஒன்னும் பிரச்சனை இல்ல. நான் கூப்பிட்டும் பேசிட்டேன் மேம், நோ ப்ராப்ளம்.
ஓகே சார், ஓகே.
Yashwant, are you there in the line, Yashwant?
Sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Shall we start program, Yashwant?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Jayachandran, sir. Jayachandran, sir. சொல்லுங்க சார். வெங்கடேசன் சார்,
நான் கூப்பிடுறேன் மேம். அவருக்கு நானும் அதுக்கு தான் கேட்கலான்னு பார்த்தேன். நான் கூப்பிடுறேன் மேம்.
ஓகே, அவர் லைன்ல இருக்காரான்னு மட்டும் செக் பண்ணுங்க.
இருக்காரு மேம், இருக்காரு. அவர் கோ-ஹோஸ்டும் பண்ணியாச்சு.
ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார். இல்ல, அவர் இன்னும் ஆன்ல வரல சார். அவர் ஆஃப் பண்ணிருக்காரு பாருங்க மைக்க.
மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணிருக்காரு மேம். அத நான் கூப்பிடுறேன் மேம், கால் பண்ணி.
ஓகே 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 ஓகே.
Charum, பேசு sir.
Sir, welcome you sir.
Yes sir, it's audible sir.
Shall we start the program, sir? Jayachandran sir.
Yes sir, yes ma'am, definitely ma'am.
Yeah. Yashwant, you can start the session as a formal session.
A splendid afternoon to you all. It gives me an immense pleasure to start this auspicious occasion by greeting everyone. Today, we have gathered here product on concept towards entrepreneurship, jointly organized by School of Commerce, Department of Business Analytics, and KPR Institutions Innovation Council. Entrepreneurship is the creation or extraction of value. It's a concept of developing and managing a business ventures in order to gain profit. A product concept is to give customer the best product in related to the demand and supply. It shows the way for the consumer satisfaction and growth of the product. Giving encouragement to others is the most welcome gift. With pleasure, I may now invite Mr. Mohammed Rishwan of 2nd BCom Business Analytics to welcome the gathering.
Extend your arms in welcome to the future. The best is yet to come. Very good afternoon to one and all gathered here. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to welcome you all for this program. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers. I would like to welcome Mr. Jayachandran Krishnaswamy sir, today's resource person to this program. The true success is the person who invented himself. I would like to welcome Dr. S. Baluswamy sir to this program. We celebrate your leadership and you keep on influencing us. We welcome you, sir. One who put the sail and heart in uplifting other settings. Yes, I welcome our Dean ma'am, Dr. Kumula Devi ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. A smile is the universal welcome. I would like to welcome Head Department of BCom Business Analytics, Dr. P. Sorubrani ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. And also I welcome today's our coordinate, Mr. C. Gautam sir and Dr. G. Venkatesan sir. We welcome you, sir. Last but not least, I sincerely welcome all my faculty members and all my student friends. You are all strong and smart. Once again, I welcome everyone to this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed Rishwan. The more you take responsibility of your past and present, the more you are able to create the future you seek. We feel fortunate to have someone of a credential and background, leading our department and showing us the path of excellence. Now I invite Dr. P. Sorbrani, Head of the Department of Business Analytics, to give the felicitation address.
Yeah, respected Jayachandran sir, beloved Gautam sir, Venkatesan sir, and my dear colleagues and my dear students. Good afternoon to good afternoon, one and all present here. Today we are having an eminent personality, Jayachandran sir. He is a managing partner, Industrial Engineering Consortium. He is going to speak about the product and concept towards entrepreneurship. With his busy schedule, he has given appointment to us, and moreover, he has prepared very informative things for you. So we are very eagerly waiting for your speech, sir. And he is preparing a lot for you guys. So listen very carefully. He is going to give all the things related to very casual in nature and very practical. So it will be very much useful to you. And we are welcome you, sir. And we are eagerly waiting your speech also, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, guys. This is Jayachandran. I would like to introduce myself. I do have a
Sir,
small
1
resume.
minute. Our students is having an introduction for you also, sir.
Okay.
Only a few seconds, sir.
Fine.
Yashwant?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. One candle can wipe out the darkness. A true leader has the confidence to initiate. It's time to introduce a resource person. I call upon Mr. Sarmada of 2nd BCom Business Analytics to introduce the resource person.
Welcome the challenges. Look for the opportunities in every situation to learn and grow in wisdom. Very good afternoon to one and all presented here. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to welcome our resource person, Mr. Jayachandran Krishnaswamy, Managing Partner, Industrial Engineering Consortium, Coimbatore. Profile: Industrial Engineering and MBA graduate with 15 years of professional experience in techno-commercial sale, CRM, supply chain management, business analyst and requirement management, business intelligence, reporting and business management. Education: MBA in marketing and operations from PST Institution of Management, Coimbatore, and Bachelor in Industrial Engineering from Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, and Bachelor in Business Management from Bharathiar University, SDE, Coimbatore, and Diploma in Mechanical Engineering, Sandwich from CIT Sandwich Polytechnic College, Coimbatore. Work experience in the field of Managing Partner, Industrial Engineering Consortium, Proprietor, Roshni Industries since 2014. SR Engineering Sales, Kaiser Composer Private Limited in July 2011 to July 2014. Business Assistant in Podium Solution, Coimbatore, March 2010 to June 2011. Management intern in BMW India plant, Chennai in May 2009 to July 2009, NBA summer project. Assistant engineer sale in LGB and Sons Limited, Coimbatore in November 2007 to August 2008. Sales engineer in Corbett Equipment Private Limited in December 2003 to October 2007. He handled projects such as SCM Integrate Customer Relationship Management System in March 2010 to June 2011. Materials and Asset Management in March 2010 to September 2010. I feel very proud to welcome our today's resource person. And also, I would like to welcome Mr. C. Gautam, Innovation Ambassador, ICC, KPR College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Sir, please.
Thank you for the welcome address, Sharmada. Guys, I would like to see a good afternoon today in the chat box to just ensure that you are present. Guys, can you post a good afternoon to everyone so that it will be a motivational thing for everybody? Yeah, very good. We have a few good mornings. So the difficult session in a day would be the one after lunch. I'm pretty scared when someone asks me to do a training session or a seminar after lunch, because it is one time where you can have a good nap, probably a power nap, but the session handling would be difficult because sleepy people and knowledge don't get well together. Okay, now I would like to start the session with a small intro of myself.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, is this a monologue? It's going to be dialogue where we can interact with people. You have someone to interact. People can answer through chat, or how does it work, sir?
Sir, you can go with the interaction with the chat box, sir.
Chat box.
But
Very
if
good, sir.
needed, they can unmute and they can come with the answers. No problem, sir. It is up to you.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. A few people raising hands. That's great. Okay. Now, I would like to just tell about entrepreneurship. It is a journey. It is a, lifestyle. It is not like you're going for a job. I do understand like a job or profession is a good part of life, but entrepreneurship is slightly beyond that. So technically, anyone who wishes to be an entrepreneur has to get tuned to it, has to understand the ups and downs, and has to really work on the social structure where people can really understand that it is not a job where you can take a leave. It is more like a lifelong profession where you don't get to take breaks. You don't get to shift gears. That is how entrepreneurship is. So I'll jump on to my introduction. So I have started my career in 2004, way back when I completed my diploma. Then my first stint in company was a small company named Team Services, where we were doing small services jobs for companies like LNW, LG. So these are the companies which we served small engineering jobs. And then things didn't go well, so I had to go back to academics because entrepreneurship. If you see the slides next, you will understand that what is it to be slightly successful. Thriving is very important. So it's very good to have good academics. Normally, like colloquially, people say, no, you don't have to be educated to be successful in business. That goes for only the degree, not the real education. You have to educate yourself. You have to keep on learning. Learning curve is very important part of education, and it's a very important ingredient in any business. You stop learning, then you are going backwards. It's not like you're going to stand in the same place. So the old saying holds good for the old generation, not for the current generation. So you have to really understand the basics, because one important question where I face everybody is that people say that I understand the basics, but believe me guys, the real basics is really difficult to understand. Like when I used to do my MBA, one of my favorite professors used to tell me that MBA is common sense and common sense is uncommon. So that way, it is good to have common sense, and education gives you a very broad idea about the common sense, how to react in situations. So this how it started. Then this Podium Solutions is an IT company where we were making web solutions and ERP solutions. Company did well, but as you know, this is a very resource centric company, IT companies are. So I couldn't stick on to it, and then again I worked. Then after 2015, I started two companies. One is Roshan Industries, other would be Industry Consortium, which in a way are successful as on date. I do see that few of you are from business analytics background. Numbers really matter. If you see the whole my career, the numbers have gone exponentially well. So without big numbers, success cannot be measured. That's how it goes. So these are probably my skill set, which I feel are helping me in profession. The main one being my techno-commercial sales skills. Believe me, guys, sales is a very good part of business. You have to be selling ideas. You have to be selling your company. You have to value it, and that is how business grows. No matter what, internally, inside company, inside home, because you need funding for any company. You need funding. So whether it be your parents, friends, say siblings, cousins, in the future maybe your spouse, you have to do some kind of technical explanation and selling that has to be done. The famous would be, if you have seen the movie called Wolf of the Wall Street, there'll be a good dialogue called "Sell me this pen." So you have to see the even movies teach you a bit. So this is sell me your pen is a good thing to understand. So have a look at it. If you want to understand the life of a salesman, watch a few movies like The Pursuit of Happiness, a movie like Rocket Singh. So you will understand the life of sales engineers. So normally our cinema doesn't talk about that, but there are few movies which can teach you. You can have few cues. So next skill I have is industrial engineering. So industrial engineering is a different part of engineering where you see the company as a whole. It is not like one department: purchase, sales, production, quality. You see the company as a whole and you try to understand. Then due to my UG and PG, I got exposed to business process engineering, which is relevant in any era, because normally business would have to evolve. Say, imagine, do you think that we would have imagined 10 years before that we will have a conference like this, having a web chat? How many of you actually thought in 2019 that you will be doing your college education on a computer or probably a tablet? Can you like genuinely say that you had this idea? You can say yes if you think that in 2019 you thought you will have a web college. Let's see like how many of you can respond. Okay, one person saw the future. Okay, because back when I did my MBA 2010, one of my professors used to tell me, he was a industrial person who was adjunct faculty. He came from an industry, L&T. He used to teach us in the evening. He told me the biggest competition for transport would be web conferencing. Okay, we took it very lightly because that time around bandwidth was not that great. You download a movie, it will take 4 hours. But today things are different. You don't travel much. Even if your college is next door, no, people prefer to stay out home because you save time on travel, you save money on travel. That's how it goes. So luckily we don't see others responding. I don't think only one person saw the future. Who's the good gentleman? He has put his roll number. Okay, very sweet of you to respond. Thank you. And if you see, my other skills would be supply chain management, total productivity maintenance, and operational research. OR is a very good topic where you learn to understand, problems not as formulas but as methods. How many of you have operations research as a subject right now? Does your course have operations research? Guys, at least respond for it. No. Okay.
So we have operational management paper. It is not related with operation research.
Okay, the paper where you have a traveling salesman problem or
Yes, sir. We have that in our PGs, but actually
not in
not in
UGs.
UG
Okay.
level, sir.
Okay, I had in UG problem. I remember having that in UG.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's a good area to analyze how things go. It's good. It's a good skill to learn on how to optimize things. So you have queuing theory in it, allocation problems in it, transportation problems in it. That's a good area to understand. And the next foremost thing what I have or any entrepreneur should have is Excel skills. Believe me, guys, big companies as big as General Electric or Microsoft started a lot of operations and then moved most of the paperwork into Excel so that they understood what happened where. Now I see like there are people who are doing BCom in analytics. I saw like a few names with analytics and the participants. Good amount of analytics comes from Excel than any other software. You can do write about anything in Excel because whatever projections we give in bank are normally through Excel. That's a good area to learn, which I feel that any entrepreneur, any professional, or any successful person should be learning. Because being calculated risk are very good. Business is all about risk. In Excel, you can calculate them. Probably you can have a better approach in understanding things. And this screen has my LinkedIn and mail ID. Suppose you would like to contact me, we can stay in touch. I'd like to jump to the next topic. Now, what is this curve? Has anyone any idea about this curve? I don't think it will be in your academics.
We have, sir. We have
We have.
taught product life cycle.
Okay, product life cycle. So how many have you have learned, sir? If they can share if they have learned or not, yes or no, like in their curriculum, have they come across this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, you can put that in chat so that we can understand like how many of you have really seen this chat. Nothing wrong in saying no. It's absolutely fine. We do understand that you are just starting your academic career or professional career.
We have muted the mic. So please, students, you have given your answer in chat box.
Okay, Vignesh has studied. Okay, no, sir. Okay, good. So it'll be easy to explain this chart, no? So normally, whenever you go, you see this curve. There's a very good part where the x-axis y is actually in the negative side. That is sales of a product. Now, whenever a company starts, you say what is the current good company, say this Ola bikes where they've started an EV company, no, there you see the first year sales will be almost negative, which means that they'll be spending money rather than wasting it. The first 10 bikes will be actually given as free, lost in testing, or they will do some kind of marketing stuff where they will lose a lot of money. That is how any product starts. It starts as a loss because R&D is an expenditure. I understand BCom people will understand that any business it can be categorized into expenditure and income. So in this case, R&D is an expenditure. And once you introduce the product into market, depending upon how good of it is to the market, to the customer or to the end user, that will grow. And at a certain point of time, say after a stage in growth, there will be a plateau where the market will saturate. There will be a maturity phase where the product will start declining. This holds good in the generic phase. There are many products where you would have seen this maturity come. I would in the next slides talk about few products which I understand, though the timeline would be a bit old, but they are very relevant examples. Can we jump to the next slide? Yeah. So understanding product life cycle, I've taken the easy example of cell phone market, because cell phone market is quite common because everybody wants to stay in trend. They do understand like cell phone is a very important part of lifestyle today. It has replaced a lot of things. So let's talk about market. So probably as students, what is the first cell phone you have used as a brand? I think you should be 2000 kids millennials. So what is the first phone you used as a cell phone in life? Nokia. Okay, good to know. So only one person used cell phone, Samsung. Okay. Not the first phone you owned, probably the first phone you used, BlackBerry. Okay, Nokia. So you will see when cell phone got as a trend, there were brands such as Nokia, Motorola, Samsung, Sony, all these companies who were in the forefront of market. After that, Nokia would be a clear market leader. If you see the year 2007, 2008, where there was a mobile boom, number of subscribers got up, Nokia held the market. 50% of it, not less, but 50% of it in terms of number of cell phones. And in terms of market share, 50% is a very big number. No other brand in that point of time, all put together, were bigger than Nokia for a certain period. And then what happened? What Nokia did, and what happened to that market? Apple got launched somewhere in mid of 2009. I still remember there was iPhone which got launched that year. iPhone, they didn't name it 1, 2, it was iPhone, just iPhone. iPhone got launched in 2000, and the same year Samsung launched the first Samsung phone would have been a Windows phone. Then they launched Android phone. What happened to Nokia? Now, how many of you own a Nokia phone? So they did adapt touchscreen. I think one Prabhu has texted me, Nokia lost market share as this. They used to adopt touchscreen. They adopted touchscreen. Actually, they had Express Music, which the phone I had, it had Symbian in it. The problem was not the touchscreen; it was OS Symbian. So Nokia really mocked the market that Android or open source software cannot be a part of their thing. So they mocked the market. They went into an expansion with Symbian. They had Symbian, I think 60 or some variant, which didn't kick off because it was only a phone operating system. There was no apps. Imagine today your phone without WhatsApp or Instagram or SMS or Facebook. Yeah, SMS and phone are very important apps, but the other apps done by other content people actually spelled a big blow to Nokia, such that it got acquired by Microsoft. At a certain point of time, 2012, Microsoft acquired Nokia just for the patents, and even today, unfortunately, even Microsoft has not kicked. So, off late, you will find only two people in market, either Android or Apple-centric phones. So if you look at this graph, you will see one company, Apple. You see the graph, it is always going up and down, up and down. If you refer the previous slide, you will understand this is what they do. Once they have grown, they have actually gone to maturity. When the product declines, they will launch next product. If you look at Apple, what is the latest Apple phone right now? What is the latest model in Apple? Okay. Okay, 13 Pro Max. Okay, someone is very, no, they have a top-notch thing on the mind. Yes, it's Apple iPhone 13 and Pro Max is the professional version of it. So why they are launching? Why can't they keep it as iPhone 10, 11? You stay there for a while. Why don't they do it? The reason is very simple. You stop innovating, your market share comes down. That is very evident because Apple did it at one point. And every year, whenever they have a decline in sales, no, they will launch a new product market. Every year, the product does not go well. They actually curve dips in. If you look at 2014, no, they didn't have good product to sell, so the market actually went down. Same with Samsung. Samsung did the same thing. If you see, there was a giant leap in Samsung with the Note and the Galaxy series. That's how they pick the market. And every year, whenever they have a slump, no, you will notice that whenever Apple goes up, Samsung comes down because they have an overlapping product launch sequence. They do it differently. iPhone 13 got launched what, 3 months before? Probably S22 will get launched in March of this year, probably February of this year. So they'll have a increase. So they have got a harmony. There are other players, no doubt. There are other players. The Xiaomi is there. LG has exited the market. Probably there is Huawei, but they are also holding good share, no doubt with it. BBK is one big brand with multiple brands in this market, but in totality these are good players because as single brands they are good in terms of value also. iPhone 13 Max is upwards of 1 lakh. Probably other players would give you 10 phones for that value. That's what happens. So this is a general idea about the product life cycle, how in reality in a general market where we operate, where you are a decision maker, this is what happens. So if they don't update, you don't. In the last 10 years, you would have noticed one more thing, that lot of products have gone into the mobile box. We used to buy digital diaries. When I started my career, the people had digital diary where they store phone number. The product is gone inside cell phone. Cell phone just ate it. Next product was digital camera. How many DSLRs do you see in market right now? They're almost gone. Only professional people use it, or people who think they are professional use it. Otherwise, people go with it. There was a product called MP3 player, almost gone inside cell phone. iPod was a craze earlier. Now hardly you will find iPods there. So there is a consolidation happening inside market. There is a valuation happening in product. So many products get merged. So that's how market grows in. Okay, we'll jump on to the next slide. And now a small quiz. Okay, As a audience, I think majority of you speak Tamil, so I just taken the example of Tamil. Which channel do you like of this? You should really be posting here. We would like to see a response for this. What channel do you like of this? Z? One. Okay, Vijay. I think there's a quite a big 111 participants and we get 3 responses. Colors, okay. 4 responses. Okay, lot of Vijay TV, lot of colors. Okay, again, Vijay, how much? Probably 20 responses. Okay, most of you like Vijay. Why no one likes Doordarshan? Aren't they funded enough? Does even one person like Doordarshan? Is there a person in this 112 people who likes to watch Doordarshan? It's free, you don't have to pay. How many are there who like Doordarshan? It is just a customer idea. It's just a buyer preference I'm talking about. It's not like I'm having some mocking that channel, but still, it is just why not Doordarshan? Can someone say why not Doordarshan? Okay, someone likes it but does not see. Okay. They are not colorful. Okay. Not attractive. Okay. You mean to say the channel or the comparer? Okay. Not entertaining as others. Okay. Channel, sir. Okay. Okay. Venkatesh. Okay. Content. Okay. Okay. And in a way, whom do you think is most paid of this all these people as salary? I'm talking about not as promotional, as salary. Which employee or which person in this 4 channels gets paid better? TD. Okay, bang on. Okay, Podigi. Okay, you watch or someone better options available means. Okay. Okay, we are talking about the remuneration part. Okay, so you see, output is not totally relevant compared to the input in this case. There is a big spend. I think infrastructure, DD Podigai would have got the best infrastructure, best budget for almost everything. But the creativity part, most importantly, or the what you call the entertainment part of is missing. Being in entertainment industry, they have not caught up the real idea. See, yes, they do have constraints of working to government programs. They have mandatory slots where you put government programs, that is there. But still, then, if you look at the whole idea as a business, if you are going to place an ad, where will you place an ad? Now, tell me. Colors, Vijay or ZTV? Seeing this result, whom do you pay? Z. Okay. Well, Sangeeta ma'am thinks you will get more revenue. You put an ad there. Anyone thinks they'll put an ad on Vijay? Okay. Okay. So they are funding themselves, right? The program funds themselves because no one for Colors HD. You will not put an ad there. But still, if you look at the way an end customer perceives or an end user perceives, or in this case audience perceives, given the 4 choice, probably only single digit percentage will go to DD rather than others. Or if there's one dedicated program running in DD, then people will think about going to DD. Okay, a lot of people like Vijay TV. They want to watch it, they want to put ad on Vijay TV. Very good. Okay, they've done a good job. What is so special about Vijay TV? In this case, they understood the real market. They are working towards keeping their stakeholders happy. The investor will be happy. Probably the audience will be happy. Probably everyone looks happy in it. And whenever they speak, no, in Vijay TV, you notice what is a good program you enjoy in Vijay TV. Okay, Nia Nana. I suppose that is Nia Nana, right? Okay, very good. Super singer. Okay. And you look at all these programs, no? There will be more ad content on the program than their content almost. Whenever they introduce, how do they introduce Nia Nana or Cook with Komali for the sake? Do they say Cook with Komali only, or they put a brand endorsement for some brand? They always thank sponsors. Yes, really. Okay, that is what entertainment is about. So probably there would be even government agencies which do that, but if you look on the outlook here, creative. Okay, there's one more presenter. Happy. Okay, now here it is all about uh, serving the purpose. This channel actually serves the purpose of an entertainer. It is also a commercial venture where people like to advertise. You see, a lot of people are happy naming the shows, and a lot of people are ready to advertise, even our from. So they have served the purpose. That's how it is. That's how a company should be. It is all about the effectiveness, all about catching up to the market. So whenever I say in my company, I have a bad or a bad presentation, I would say that it is of DD quality. I want star Vijay Kada plus. It's a good way of saying. I normally explain to my team the same way what I do. Whenever there's a sick, assignment or things submitted, I feel that is driven by the Doordarshan ideology. We want someone with colors HD or Vijay ideology. It will be better. So that's how it is. Okay, then let's jump down to a company. Same thing happens. There are bloopers everywhere. Even I think Vijay TV has not been 100% successful. There will be bloopers. But what good companies do, they assess what they are. So you take any company, there is innovation, introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. And bad companies or companies which don't progress will stop in declination. They'll go and their market share come down. Good example is Nokia. Okay, they would have tried, but the innovation always takes a lot of resources. You need to put in time, you need to put in money, you need models to advise what they are doing, and then if the product does not work, all this work goes to drains, and there should be growth. You say good companies are always innovating, so whenever they are maturity, they don't care where their products sit, they innovate, they understand the market. That is very important. This goes for the company. This goes, if product fails, company fails, as simple as that. Even if product succeeds, there are ways to fail the company, but that is a totally different topic. But if product fail, generally company fails. Okay, we'll jump to the next slide. Okay, these are few areas where we are talking about product ideas. Big companies or good companies which are product centric or service centric. Can you name service centric companies which you are regularly using? Guys, as students of 105 participants, what is the service based companies you use regularly? Forget products, we only look at service companies. What are the service based companies you use on daily basis? Okay, BSNL, right one. Okay, difficult, no? Lunch session people. Okay, Airtel. Vodafone. Okay, you don't use anything more than mobile. Shows. Think of apps, think of healthcare. Okay, think of applications, think of services. Okay, this is a mobile service. Think of applications we use daily. How much time you spend on, say, WhatsApp? Is that a product company or a service company? For them, app is a product, but it is a service company. Okay. How many of you order food on the web or the mobile? Facebook? Yeah, good one. Instagram, Zomato, a good one. Okay. Okay, now it is a hybrid economy where product has to be mixed with service. So that's why companies like say Facebook, Instagram, Zomato, they are all more stronger because they are service companies. They apply to a larger audience, and the dynamics are different. That's how it is. No one orders to Swiggy. No Swiggy, no Uber, no Ola. Okay, Nika. Okay. If people forgot the big one, Amazon. Okay, on what grounds are these companies planned is the grounds where they have created or bridged the gap. If you look at the market gap analysis, they have bridged the gap in the market of a direct sale partner to a web platform. Now the Amazon app is a big product for Amazon. It does all the selling for Amazon. That's how it works. So these are the few areas where you can work on when you're starting a new company. So my idea would be that product drives the company. So having good product is having a good company. That's how it works. There are other frameworks to it, like you do a lot of business management, you do financial management, you do supply chain. That is different, but still you need to have a good product area or good idea of the market. Okay, so these are the key areas where you can generate ideas. One is market research, second one is market long range studies. That is very simple. Understanding the same market somewhere else and then taking it in. Then market gap analysis, seeing where there is a gap. Consumer activity, learning from overseas experience. That's a very good area. These two things are very good because history will repeat itself always and always. If you say 20 years before, whole of the world, only developed nations had credit card digital payments with them. Now all developing nations have digital payments and credit cards payments here. The cost of remittance has come down greatly. So we are trying to learn from experience. If you take 20 years before, this fast food concept of having item shipped to home was there worldwide. Last 3 years, India has kicked in and it is now a big market. How much of food people now go to restaurant? They order out or they bring the restaurant to home? It is more of bringing restaurant to the home. That's a concept which has been imported from area where it worked, say home delivery. What is the specialty of Pizza Hut? Anyone knows the specialty of Pizza Hut? 30 minutes, or they had this tagline, no? What was the tagline? Okay, you don't have, so they had this tagline that it is 30 minutes delivery or free. So that was adapted from one product. Now almost all products have adopted that. You take the whole market of food industry, it is about delivery. I don't think Zomato or Swiggy has a chef, but they serve the biggest share in the market right now. It is how they have understood the gap in the market. They have seen two things. If you take here the market gap and customer activity analysis, people want to eat from 4 dishes from 4 restaurants that they have got into. That's how they are in picture right now. They don't travel. You take a bike, you take a car, you travel, you find a parking space. It takes half an hour. Same thing here. You can have it at home, and Corona has added fuel to the fire. You not why instead of ordering groceries, our people order food. Normally, one of my faculties always say, normally the argument starts what to cook, then they decide not to cook. Now they take food outside. So now it's all about what to order. That's it. So it goes. Okay. And next slide would be 10 types of innovation. How many of you in this whole crowd want to be entrepreneurs? Okay, someone, Yashwant, raise your hand. Okay. You can probably reply on the chat box. How many you aspire to be an entrepreneur? There are 97 people are still virtually attending. Okay. None, is it? Okay, guys, respond. How many of you really want to be entrepreneurs or at least aspire to be one? Good that you want to be students, but you cannot be the same life, right? Okay, 1% raised hand. Very good. Okay, out of this 99 people, two, very small number. Specifically for this topic, okay, three. Someone forced you to attend this seminar. How was it? I thought like people were happy, want to try out entrepreneurship. Okay, only three. Fine, beautiful. With this understanding, I'm telling you, I think people are shy that to accept that. We will have a different question. How many of you want to be movie stars? Will that be a good question? Still no answer here. Fine. Okay. So to be an entrepreneur, you need to innovate, and these are a small list of ways. Either way, you have a lot of good answers are only Google away. That's what I say normally. So this is actually Google away. If you check, these are the ways you can innovate a product. The profit model, how you make money. Look at Google. They never sold anything directly. You do web search, they sell the search data to people, and they give ads on YouTube. They don't sell directly. It is the ad model which brings the money. Of course, they have the digital space domain and this, but majority of the income comes from ads. Okay, and you can do a network, how people connect to get value. The right kind of connections will get you a good amount of value. You would have seen probably in many cases, it's like most products are like note counting machines. What note they count defines how much they count. You can put a 10 rupee note into a counting machine, 100 notes, it will count 10,000. You put a 2000 rupees note into it, the result will be different. You put $100 bill into it. So the connections actually define how much value you create. And picking the right spot structure, the right product in the right market will sell better. You would have seen like perfume specifically. The right product in the right market gives you a different result. You can buy a perfume for say 50 rupees, 5,000, 50,000, wherever you can go. And next thing is like your alignment of structure. What asset? It's more like your monopoly game. What asset you do what is very important to get the result. Wrongly placed thing, it is like having a store. Say tomorrow you people plan to have a retail outlet, probably ice cream shop. Where would you place it? Where people come in, or it will be inside one industrial area where hardly people visit. So structure, putting right people in the right place is very important. And then process, uh, you understand process is a very important process of business. Once you are a team of more than 2 or 3, the normal ad hoc methodology will never work. There's a process. So process is of adapting superior innovative methods for doing work such that there is a structure to it. So the result will be consistent. It's like making coffee. If you see in many places, it will be a process involved. So in that process you do, the result will be almost same. Errors will be avoided. That's a good way of doing it. And putting product performance. There are few markets, few businesses where product performance is put on top. If you take mobile, iPhone, what is the greatest feature? people talk about an iPhone? In terms of functionality, why people I buy phone? I buy iPhone. Okay, it gives you good security. Okay, quality. Who is the person who said Pro Max? Why Pro Max when you both things are there in iPhone 13 itself? Why Pro Max? Yes, in reality, quality and security are two. Yeah, camera quality. Yes, bang on. Good camera pixel. Okay. No, on spec pixel rates will be bad iPhone, but the image output will be really good. Even normal people will look extraordinary in iPhone. I've seen it happen. Security. Yes. Now that is the feature they want to distinguish. Might be on paper there will be a lot of mobiles with the same functionality, but still if I have a quiz for you, if I say you have given 2 lakh rupees, you can buy only one, you can buy only mobile phone. Most of them will buy either a Samsung or iPhone only. Easy to pick because speed in gaming. Yeah. Okay, so this is about product superiority in functionality. That's how it is. And next one, product system. Why Android succeeded where iOS succeeded in the whole market is where there was a full ecosystem. You had the app market, everything. That's how it is given. Imagine Swiggy without a payment gateway. You're going to deposit money after ordering in Swiggy from bank transfer. No credit card or no Paytm or whatever, no this thing. Swiggy would have failed. If you ask order food, go to bank and transfer, half of them would have got fed up from the banking and they would have not ordered. Okay, let's cook or let's starve rather. That's how they have thought. And service, support and enhancement that's already offering. That's why I took the Swiggy. Now digital payment is okay. Now Swiggy is relevant. Before digital payment, Swiggy would not have been relevant. Searching for credit card swiping machine, online site credit card typing would have made it difficult. Now you give credit card once, they will take from your credit card. Whenever you want to eat food, no, they will themselves take. And you look at it, whenever you go to Swiggy, it will suggest last time you ate a chicken burger. This time do you want to eat the same from the same shop or you from a different shop? That's what it will offer. So that is the supporting services. So in a big way, analytics are working to make you spend. It's more consumeristic. And the channel which you offer food, how many of you buy mobile from mobile store now? It's on the website where most of the action happens. On the mobile store, you go in the mall, you see the mobile. That's it. Nothing beyond. You check if the mobile color is nice, fits into your hand. The photo selfie comes nice. After that, you order online. How many of you order mobile online? I think same 5 people are responding. Rest went out for a break. Let's check the participant list. How many Sendils in this list? Okay. All these people are very silent. A lot of Vijay, sir. Okay. At least we'll come by idea, like we'll ask all people with the name B to respond at least. Okay. How many of you buy a mobile in the store? Or I put the question, where do you buy a mobile? Suppose hypothetically you want to buy a mobile, where do you buy a mobile? On the store or on the shop? On the store, shop or online? We'll make it off store. Okay, people will go to the store. Store on the shop. Okay, in both. Okay, on the shop. But you look at the number of pre-bookings, no, it will be always more on the website or Amazon. So you people are very shop friendly people. I do understand, but Only selected few do it. Normally, it is all whichever. It's a very honest answer. Whichever gives the best price. So Prabhusi will go to check the mobile. Model is nice. He will ask store person, go to website, see wherever good price he will order. That is buyer behavior. That is human tendency. Okay, people are silent because they import mobile. It seems many people will tell their cousin or uncle abroad. So that is why they're silent. Okay, the channel is very important. That's how it says. And then there is a brand. So unbranded thing, you brand and give people would take it. Of late, what is the latest branded product you've seen? All these masks, you see, breathing masks for corona. I've seen a lot of people wear different brands. They think cloth mask branded performs better than other products. Even in mask, branding is very important. That's how it is. And then customer engagement, how customers are engaged. The biggest example of customer engagement will be when you go for a jewelry shop or a saree purchase. How many of you actually went for a saree purchase or jewelry shop recently in the last say 2 years? All wearing jeans, huh? Okay, you should see the interaction there. The person who's trying to sell the saree, he will be doing a great job understanding the end customer. He will have only 50 sarees. He will ensure that the gentle lady who has come there and selects one, and the poor gentleman who's there pays for it, or even the gentle lady will also pay. But he will make your selection process simple. He will first take 5 sarees. He'll ask you to pick one. Then he will say, "This is looking very nice on you, madam. You look very young." So that is customer engagement for them. So he'll give 4 choices, and people like me have been victim of picking all 4, paying for all 4, not picking all 4, paying for all 4. That happens. Now, after seeing this innovation thing, you will understand that the product idea is the most important thing for running the company, whether it be a service or product, because it's broadly classified into product only. It's a delivery system what we talk about. So that is very important. Now, if now we go back to this slide, now you understand what Nokia should have done to catch the market. Can anyone or few of you tell, say, top 10 things what Nokia should have done to catch the market? Your answers are like highly, they adopt innovation, upgrade at the time, updates. Okay, update of Symbian or what? Update with the trend. Okay. Trend as in what specifically? Expectation. Okay. See, if you go back to this slide, once they had this maturity thing happening, they should have got innovative ideas such that they should have jumped. Okay, they should have copied what their competition in the first place. Yes, customer demand, even competition failed. You remember, like, people were talking about Airtel, Vodafone. There was a company named Aircel. Have you heard of the company named Aircel? Anyone were the customer of Aircel earlier? Yes, you know what Aircel did when they wanted to bring in cell phone towers? But by that time, BPL was a big player. Airtel was a big player. You know what Aircel did? for cell phone towers. There is a big science behind putting cell phone towers. Where to put how much, tied up with other operator. Okay, they did it in the end, but in the beginning, what they did, say that time around, competition for Airtel was this BPL, which then became Vodafone. Okay, wherever BPL had a tower setup, Airtel will have a tower setup right next to it. As simple as that. BPL did all R&D. Did understand that here so many people will come, will do this, that. Then they went for tower. Then they did. You know what a company like Geo did after this? Or there was a company called Docomo. What they did for it, for having towers set up? Okay, I think it's too technical. They actually leased the tower out. Rather than buying the whole tower, they said like, I will take a little bit of space for my equipment. They actually leased a bit of towers. It was a non-hardware network what they went in for. So physically, you would have not seen any towers for Docomo because they were sharing towers with everyone. But it's like they tied up with the other operator, so ensured that there was coverage. So hardly where there was a lot of congestion, only there they went for towers. So it is a way of saying, because whenever you innovate, no, you see this whole thing, whenever you innovate, your sales will come down, your expense will go up. So a company has to survive in terms of innovation. Okay, I think that is too much for today. We have tried to explain about the market. Okay, any questions people have on this topic of product and entrepreneurship?
Dear students, if you have any queries regarding the product on concept, you can share in the chat box.
Okay, I assume if this was which standard it comes in, DD, Podigai, Vijay, Z Tamil, where does this whole presentation stand in terms of content, probably presentation? Something, guys.
Actually, our students are
Shy.
new to this concept.
Okay.
So as a student, they'll be focusing on how on their studies, and they will be concentrating on placement, etc., etc. So we
Okay.
thought of bringing people like you, like a resource person.
Okay.
Than placements, we have our entrepreneurship also, where the students
Okay.
has to know about it.
Yeah. I do
So
understand,
maybe this is the first they are coming up to the points which you have given in
Okay.
a good way. So
Okay.
they I think they are thinking about the process.
Okay.
So it takes time to come with the doubt. Am I
No,
right?
definitely, yes, sir. I do understand. As a fun fact, I just wanted to have a
No.
feedback. Like,
I'm talking the real fact anyway. I
yeah, I
understand
understand.
the point, but I have come
Okay.
with the real point. Okay.
Okay. Can guys at least share a feedback on how good or bad the presentation was? Was it okay? Are there areas to improve? At least the faculty, if you can come up with the feedback, it'll be great, sir.
I think they are coming through the chat box, sir.
Yes, sir. They're coming up, sir. Okay. I would love to have some questions, at least one of you, if you can pop up a question. I do understand there are quite active people. If we categorize this whole audience into, say, 3, there are active people. You can come up with questions also. I'm okay with answering. Are they allowed to unmute and ask questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They are allowed.
Okay,
So now I'll be coming with one of my questions, sir,
definitely, sir.
from a student point of view.
Yes, sir.
So after your graduation,
Yeah.
instead of searching for the job, in what way you planned your career as an entrepreneur, sir?
Sir,
How did you get that idea so that the students will be able to know about it practically?
particularly, sir, it's rather simple. In life, you see people as a child, you will have your own heroes, right? So
Yes, sir.
when I started, having a good understanding about life, the people I saw, the so-called success people, were people who were entrepreneurs. Whether it be a car, whether it be the lifestyle, what I felt that they had more control and they were living life fully. Because back then employment was different. Today it is different. When I was a child, people will join a company, return the same company. Predominantly Coimbatore being a textile hub, there are more people working for textile and these companies. The people who are running the companies were far more, living life to the full. That I would say. Now things are different. I do agree the fact that now things are different. Now professionals have their own space. Things are far different. But that point of time, that was an idea. Second thing, I wanted to, like be. At my own terms. That's what I wanted to be, but that is not always. You're always interdependent. Never you are independent. That is the real fact. If worthwhile read would be a book called Seven Habits of High Effective People, where now I understand people are interdependent. Whether you work or you run a company, or you are part of an institution, or you are a professional, independent professional, doctor, lawyer, you are only interdependent. So you have to coexist with people. So there is nothing called win, nothing called loss. It's only a temporary setback. That's how it is. But when I started my career, I thought like, okay, going for work was just learning process to be an entrepreneur. That's what I always thought.
Sir, really, it is very nice, sir. But
Yes, sir.
the thing which I came to know from your answer is that if we are an entrepreneur, we can fly with our own wings.
Probably in a way, yes, sir. But still, you have to coexist.
Yeah, we have to adapt to the
Yes, sir.
situations.
You have to
People.
see the way government sees an entrepreneur is very simple. A person who would create value to the society.
Okay, sir. Fine, fine.
And not that you become an entrepreneur and you take things away from society.
No, I can understand, sir. But the thing is, from student point of view, it is like
Yes.
an independent way we can grow ourselves.
Yes, sir. You will have, you can take more risk than compared to being say inside an organization. Running an organization, you can have a you can actually channel a lot of things. See, it is like having a remote for a TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you will
Exactly.
surf 4 channels, come to one channel, you'll be happy.
Exactly, sir.
That's how it is.
Thank you,
But
sir.
all said and done, I don't say a professional life or an employee life is bad. It is equally, that's far more peaceful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
it is like taking turns. No, one point at a time, everybody is a student.
Of course,
At
sir.
one point at a time, everybody will be an infant, and one point at a time, you'll all be old. So this is a
Exactly.
good area to try, and you have to be prepared because in any country worldwide, if you see, it is all driven by entrepreneurs only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with
Government
your point.
cannot provide jobs to everybody.
Mhm.
Not everyone can be lecturers. Not everyone can be doctors. So as an entrepreneur, you do have a good role to play in the society.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with your point, sir. And
Yes, sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hope this is, I've paid respect to the time you have shared with me. I think it has been what 90 minute session on the whole. I think at least there's some takeaway in it. I don't know how refined I was because I've been rusty because I've been speaking to very small crowds. Normally people running companies, they listen to me. It will be a dialogue. Very rare that we have an audience where expression is limited to chat.
Yes, sir. Yes. So really, the session was very smart way presentation, sir, because we students from student point of view, we used to see that the presentation will be delivered the points that are there in the PPT, that is exactly in the presentation.
Okay.
But your presentation was very simple. At the same time, you have delivered good points, rememberable points to our students, sir.
Yes, sir.
I
Sir,
think the
sir, these
students
are
have
points.
enjoyed.
These are points which I have carried. No, people have really inspired. There are a lot of people in whole life who have inspired me all along.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's fair. So these are my contact details. If someone of your team would like to get in touch, I'm okay with it. Fine.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Students,
Just,
if any query from your part, you can come with the questions.
yes, sir. I think the session is till 3:30.
Yes, sir. We have one more person also, sir. We have another resource person from our college
Okay.
innovation
Fine,
ambassador.
Okay.
So if there are no queries, then we will stop and
Yes,
we
sir.
will continue with that resource person, sir.
Definitely, sir. I think it's time that I close the session. I have taken more time if I'm not wrong.
No issues, sir. No issues, sir.
Thanks.
And Ashwin,
Sir.
It's like very practical examples, so many of them may follow you.
exactly, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, shall
Thank
we start with the next
Gautam.
resource person, Gautam sir, ma'am?
Welcome you, Gautam.
Well, welcome, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Gautam sir, welcome you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. I'm
Yashwant.
audible clearly.
Okay, sir. You are audible, sir. No problem.
So thank you, sir.
Yashwant, you can start with inviting the resource person.
Now I invite Mr. C. Gautam, Innovation Ambassador, IIC KPRCAS, to address the gathering. Gautam, sir.
Yes, sir. So shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, fine. So very good afternoon, all, and you really had a wonderful session with the eminent resource person from the industry side, and he gave really more and more inputs for you all from his industrial experiences. So, being an innovation ambassador from your institution, I would like to give you few inputs regarding motivation for entrepreneurship. So, how to he gave you real life examples like how Nokia left the market and why Docomo left the market, how Geo came into existence, and which channel was more successful like. So here from my side, I'll give you a few motivation. What motivation factors drive up entrepreneurship? I won't take much time that I'm saying the beginning of the session. I will not take more than 15 to 20 minutes. So it will not be any theoretical session. I'll just give you a few inputs on what factors drive entrepreneurship motivations. So basically saying what motivation that you requires are personal characteristics of entrepreneur. What personal characteristics of entrepreneur derives the force in a personal characteristic? See, you must be adaptable, like our resource person says, you must be adaptable to situations. You must always ready to equip yourself. You must spend time. So those are personal characteristics. Personal characteristics. And the challenges emanating from environment, like there may be challenges. Definitely the challenges that will arise from the environment that will stop you from moving forward. So you must be ready to take up those challenges. You can survive in entrepreneurship. So these are the basic requirements like. And business idea, definitely you must have a business idea to proceed further to entrepreneurship. சும்மா எடுத்த உடனே வந்துருமாங்க சார், அப்படியே வானத்துல இருந்து குதிச்சிருமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பா அப்படி குதிக்காது. ஸோ வி நீட் டு ஸ்டார்ட் ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப். சும்மா எப்படிங்க சார் ஆரம்பிக்கிற, ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் ஃபோர்ஸ் வேண்டாமா, ஒரு ஆரம்பிக்கிற ஒரு உந்துதல் வேண்டாமா அப்படின்னா like I'll not be sharing any PowerPoint presentations. So just sit back and relax to my speech. That's it. So Professor Tripathi, an eminent author in the field of entrepreneurship, he has told that emergence of enterprises is because of constellation of forces. சில காரணிகளால entrepreneurship அப்படிங்கிற உருவாகிறா அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. So what are those factors? What are those forces? He lists 5 forces. The first one are societal values and beliefs. இந்த தொழில் பண்ணா அவன் ஒரு நல்லவன், ஸோ இந்த தொழில் பண்ணா ஒரு நல்ல மதிப்பு கிடைக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற காரணத்துல ஒருத்தர் one person may dive into entrepreneurship, social, political stability. So once you take up any entrepreneurship activity, உனக்கு ஒரு நல்ல மதிப்பு கிடைக்கும், உனக்கு ஒரு நல்ல பணம் கிடைக்கும், ஸோ உனக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டேபிளான வாழ்க்கை வாழலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி you may take up entrepreneurship. Infrastructures available. When you have basic infrastructure facilities like men இல்ல காசு கொடுத்தா labor automatically they'll come, isn't it? So when you have money, when you have enough machinery power or whatever infrastructure, basic infrastructures that are available for an entrepreneurship, ஸோ அதெல்லாம் இருக்கும்போது நாமளும் ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்ணலாமே அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நாமளும் கொஞ்சம் will try to involve ourselves in the business. Government priorities, like what are the priorities of the government in this current scenario? The priorities of the government is to find solution for the COVID, isn't it? They are trying to find medicine for the COVID treatment, but they are spending a lot, isn't it? So the government priority for the current scenario is to find a medicine. So good. So they need to come up with a medicine. So that's the prime motto of the government in the current scenario. So government of priority, the government of priority, what if the government tries to invest more their money in telecom sector or digital sector? இப்போ எல்லாமே digitalization ஆயிட்டு இருக்குதுங்க. You know everything that every transaction are getting digitalized. Most of us are not going to bank for deposit and withdrawals or even to transfer our money from one bank account to another bank account. We with the help of our mobile phone, we make use of mobile applications that are available with us: Google Pay, Phone Pay, BIM, what is Paytm. Likewise, we have a number of applications which facilitates money transfer. Demonstration effects அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு என்னோட அப்பா வந்து எனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்றேன்னு சொல்லலாம். எனக்கு ஒரு நல்ல நெட்வொர்க் இருக்கலாம். I might have a very good friend who is very interested in taking up entrepreneurship. He might be wanting some help from me. ஸோ அப்படி இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா நான் கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணலாம் அவருக்கு. ஸோ எனக்கு ஒரு நல்ல நெட்வொர்க் இருந்துச்சுன்னா நாங்கள் ஒரு 2 பேர் 3 பேர் சேர்ந்து we can start our entrepreneurship. Role of motivation is very important in entrepreneurship. Motivation அப்படிங்கிறது இல்லை அப்படின்னு you cannot take entrepreneurship. So you must be very motivated yourself. உன்னை யாரும் வந்து மோட்டிவேட் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. You must be motivating yourself. So what are the things that you need to take? You need to identify the business opportunity. என்னென்னலாம் opportunities இருக்கு, you must look for those. You must identify business opportunities. You must assess yourself. என்னால இருக்க ரிஸ்க் எடுக்க முடியுமா? எனக்கு இவ்வளவு பணம் இருக்கு, இந்த பணத்தை வச்சு நான் எப்படி ரிஸ்க் எடுக்க போறேன்? You must assess yourself whether you are able to take risks on your own or not. The third most important motivation is not to expect reward immediately when you start the business or when you take up entrepreneurship. எடுத்த உடனே ப்ராஃபிட் வருமா? You might earn profits, but you must not expect a reward from your business. So definitely achievement motivation or need for achievement is the prime motto of entrepreneurship. ஒன்னு அச்சீவ் பண்ணணும், இல்ல அச்சீவ் பண்ணவங்களை பார்த்து நம்ம மோட்டிவேஷன் எடுத்துக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ தெர் ஆர் ஃபியூ ஆண்டர்பிரினியரல் ட்ரைட்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. நீட் ஃபார் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட் கண்டிப்பா ஒன்று நான் சாதிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் எடுக்கலாம். ஸோ யூ மஸ்ட் achieve. If you need to achieve something, you must take up something. So if you take entrepreneurship, there are chances that you might achieve. Definitely, one with a good plan and one with enough resources available, you might achieve. Definitely, need for autonomy or independence. Good. So need for autonomy or independence. Most of the women entrepreneurs today, they come up with one prime motto: தனியா நிக்கணும், சொந்த கால நிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஆசையில வருவாங்க. So the need for autonomy or independence also drives entrepreneurship to a great extent. அது ஒரு ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷனாக இருக்கு. Risk taking or managing risk, you must be able to take risk and manage risk. Calculated risk taking, ரிஸ்க் எடுக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா ஒரு லைக் ஃபேமஸ் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நம்ம எப்பவுமே சொல்ற ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் தான். ஒரு தண்ணிக்குள்ள குதிக்க போறோம் அப்படின்னா அந்த தண்ணி எவ்வளவு ஆழம் இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம கால்குலேட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ ரிஸ்க் டேக்கிங் மஸ்ட் பி கால்குலேட்டட் ரிஸ்க் டேக்கிங். என்னன்னே ஆழமே தெரியாத ஒரு தண்ணிக்குள்ள குதிச்சோம் அப்படின்னா கன்ஃபார்ம் if you are not able to swim and survive, definitely it will lead to unforeseen causes, isn't it? So your risk must be calculated risk taking. Creativity and innovation, you must be creative and innovative. ஏன் அப்படின்னா எல்லாருமே கொடுக்குற ஒரே விஷயத்தை நீங்களும் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா definitely the environment won't accept it. So what you must do is you must be creative and innovative. Drive and determination, yes, you must be a bit determined to be a successful entrepreneur. I hope I'm audible to all and you are listening to me, isn't it? I just want one or two yes from the student side in the chat box, or you can unmute and respond so that I shall continue for the next 5 minutes. Yes, good. Thank you. Just thank you for the responses. Okay. So last 5 minutes, and you can listen to it. Learn from the environment through socialization practices. So I'll repeat the statement again. Learn from the environment through socialization practices. இது என்னங்க சார் அப்படின்னா டெஃபினெட்லி ஸ்ட்ரெயிட் அவே கான் பிகம் அன் ஆண்டர்பனர். சும்மா எடுத்த உடனே எனக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா சார் ஆண்டர்பனரா போறோம் அப்படின்னா நோ இட்ஸ் நாட் அட் ஆல் பாசிபிள். யூ மஸ்ட் லேர்ன் ஃப்ரம் த என்விரான்மெண்ட். என்விரான்மெண்ட் இஸ் த ஃப்ரீ சோர்ஸ் வேர் யூ கேன் லேர்ன் அ லாட். என்விரான்மெண்ட்ல இது எப்படி இருக்கு, இது வந்து சக்சஸ் ஆகுமா, இதுக்கு என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நீ என்விரான்மெண்ட்ல இங்க சினாரியோல கரண்ட் சினாரியோல இருந்து கத்துக்கிட்டா மட்டும்தான் தென் யூ கேன் பிகம் அன் ஆண்டர்பனர். இந்தியாவில் வாட் ப்ரீவியஸ் ஜென்ரேஷன் டு இயர்ஸ் எதுக்குடா என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப், எதுக்கு ஒரு பிசினஸ் எல்லாம் ஆரம்பிக்கிறேன், இருக்கிற வேலைக்கு போயிட்டே இரு, டேக்கப் யோர் ஒர்க் இன் பிரைவேட் செக்டார் ஆர் பப்ளிக் செக்டார், இருக்கிற வேலைக்கு நீ பாட்டுக்கு போயிட்டே இரு, இல்லை அப்படின்னா ஃபேமிலி பிசினஸ் நடத்திக்கோ அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. பட் நவ் த சினாரியோ இஸ் என்டையர்லி டிஃப்ரெண்ட். Every person or every student wants to do business on his own, even though they have a family business, even though their ancestors run traditional business on of their family. Now the students wants to take up business on their own without the support of their parents. So இப்போ அந்த டெக்னாலஜி இருக்கு. ஏன் அப்படின்னா பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் technology, because of knowledge that are available in the current technology. All you have information with your mobile, through your mobile phones, and everyone wants to start a new venture that is different from others. கண்டிப்பா டிஃப்ரெண்டான ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. It must be unique and innovative, all because thanks to technology. So knowledge driven enterprises are upcoming. Since you guys are exposed to knowledge driven enterprises are upcoming. Is there any entry barriers for entrepreneurship? ஏதாவது தடுக்குவாங்க சார் அப்படின்னா எஸ், ஆட்டிடியூட். இஃப் யூ டோன்ட் ஹாவ் enough attitude or lack of intent, வேண்டாம் வெறுப்பா நீங்க உள்ள வந்தீங்க அப்படின்னு definitely you can't succeed in entrepreneurship. You must have that attitude to win, and you must also have some sort of intent to succeed in entrepreneurship. Lack of patience, as the previous resource person told, that you must be patient. You must not expect reward when you dive into entrepreneurship. You must be patient. Lack of confidence, you must be motivating yourself, as I told earlier in my speech. You must have confidence to yourself, and you must be motivated yourself. Approval or disapproval of entrepreneurship as a career in family, yes, definitely. Fear of loss is a motivating factor for all our family members. இதுக்குடா இவன் தேவையில்லாம ஒரு பிசினஸ்குள்ள போறான், நல்ல வேலைக்கு இப்போ கை நிறைய சம்பாரிச்சிட்டு இருக்கான், ஏன் இதுக்கு இவன் தேவையில்லாம ஒரு பிசினஸ்குள்ள போறான் அப்படின்னா every family will have such sort of thoughts. Why should he enter into entrepreneurship and get lost? எல்லாருமே அப்படி நினைப்பாங்க. பட் now in this scenario you must take risk that is calculated. So fear of loss, definitely you must have fear of loss, so that you will come up with overcome that with calculated risk. And finally I'll conclude in a couple of minutes. I'll sum up with ஜெண்டர் டிஃப்ரென்சஸ். சார் ஒரு ஆண் ஒரு பெண் ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப், பசங்கள்லாம் ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் போவாங்க சார், பொண்ணுங்கள்லாம் ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் போக முடியுமா, நாங்கள்லாம் ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் எடுத்துக்க முடியுமா அப்படின்னா, there is a recent study that was conducted in IIM Ahmedabad, saying that there are no gender differences in entrepreneurship. Only the difference is competency level. If you have enough competency level, you can take up entrepreneurship. If you don't have enough competency, then you are not supposed to take entrepreneurship. Need for achievement, கண்டிப்பா ஒரு men அப்படிங்கும்போது there is a need for achievement. He must achieve something. So most men take up entrepreneurship in order to achieve something. But what about women? Women have more willpower, so they stand for autonomy or independence. They try not to depend on others financially, as well as on business also. So they stand for autonomy and independence. So since they possess enough willpower, they take up entrepreneurship. So the gender do not play a significant role in entrepreneurship. So anyone, men or women, boy, girl, that doesn't matter in entrepreneurship. You can take up entrepreneurship. The only thing that you need is enough motivation in all these factors. So my dear students, remember these factors that drive entrepreneurship, and definitely will succeed in your business or entrepreneurship. Have a nice day, and see you soon as entrepreneurs. Thank you all. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. With pleasure, I welcome Ms. Anusha of 2nd BCom Business Analytics to conclude the session with vote of thanks.
On behalf of KPR College of Arts, Science and Research, let me call it a fraternity of together, and on my own behalf extend a very heartily vote of thanks to Mr. Jayachandran Krishnasamy for gracing your important work and sharing with your findings and opinions today. It is more informative. Thank you, sir. I'm also very grateful to thank our department head, Dr. T. Sorubrani, ma'am, and Mr. C. Gautam, sir, for organizing such a wonderful lecture. Thank you, ma'am. Once again, I thank you, everyone.
And thank you, sir. Thank you, Jayachandran sir and Gautam sir, for being a part of our program today. And your things which was given by today was really practical information, which will be more benefit for our students. And thank you once again from our KPR institution side and from the Department of BCom Business Analytics. And with the same energy, I thank all our department students and other department students for being the part of this session. And thank you all once again. Ma'am.
Sir, sir, thank you. Jayachandran sir, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yashwant,
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Gautam sir. And thank you all the students.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.